Welcome back to PH.d TV, and today I'll be going over Cremo's Ice Citron and Driftwood. Alright, here we go. As you've clearly seen through the majority of my videos, if you've seen these Cremo ones, you know that these boxes are pretty copy and paste. For the most part, the only thing that they switch up every single time is the color of this strip, which is where they also put the flavor, well, not the flavor, but the scent itself, and they change up the description. As always, they smack the descriptions of the top, middle, and base notes on the side of the box, and as you see right there, they put the top notes for sea salt, middle citron, and base driftwood, which they always do that on the Cremo boxes, is put the top, middle, and base notes on the side. You got the Cremo logo up top, and this is going to be the 3.5 ounce bottle. That's the only size I've seen them sell these colognes in. And just to clarify, we are going over Ice Citron and Driftwood. Onto the bottle. So the bottle, as always, exact same thing as I said about the boxes. They're pretty standard. The only thing that ever changes is this little thing right here. The color of the text is always the color of the box and what it's trying to go by. And that's literally about it. But just to review, you have the raised Cremo thing here, as well as right there. And as you see, I have not really jumped into this one too hard. I enjoy it thoroughly, but I will tell you a handful of reasons why it's only there. It's not bad, you'll see. Now, if I've said anything about any of these fragrances, if anything, with Cremo, their fragrances are very good. They're cheap without smelling cheap. They run $20 per thing. I believe this one was nabbed at a Walmart for $19.97 exactly, I believe. Maybe wrong, but 20 bucks for a fact, average. But the thing about Cremo is that they definitely don't steal, but they borrow from other fragrances. Spice and Black Vanilla is clearly Spice Bomb Extreme. Bourbon and Oak is their concoction of bourbon from Bed Bath & Body Works. Bath & Body Works. I get Bed Bath & Beyond and Body Works all kind of mixed up most of the time. But Bath & Body Works. And Silver Water and Birch by Cremo is basically their Silver Mountain Water from Creed. You get the gist. None of them are truly original. They're basically pseudo copycats. They're clones, essentially, but they do good for it being inexpensive. This one, some people basically kind of say it reminds them of Dylan Blue. To me, it leans in that direction without having such that syrupy, at least in my opinion, that syrupy smell that kind of lingers after a while. This, to me, actually kind of goes into the ball game of more Azzaro Chrome Pure. And I think I've heard more people say that than not, but Azzaro Chrome Pure is my pick for what this is copying. And it does a bang-up job of it, too. Like, I love that smell. The only downside is, to me, and this is kind of where I've only used that much of it aside from all the sprays I've put here today, is that it is 110,000% like Azzaro Chrome Pure, a summer scent. I picked this up in like late November. So with that being said, you're definitely gonna need some heat to help it bounce off of you for people to smell it. It sits like this close off the skin. You have to be in a pretty intimate setting, or as I was just saying, put it on, let the heat do the, projection for you. But overall, that's pretty much the gist there. The projection's kind of in the winter, but I'm gonna have to save this for the summer and maybe or I might have to return for a review for that reason. But it ultimately is a Azzaro Chrome Pure clone for $20, so not bad actually. It's a great smell. When it comes down to longevity, this is probably Cremo's least long-lasting fragrance. I've said in the past, I get 8 to 9 hours with Spice and Black Vanilla, Bourbon and Oak, Silver Mountain Water. I get good time with that. It's great. I just get a lot of longevity with it. So with that being said, I don't want to say that's my review. I feel like I need to add more to that. I mean, I think I'm gonna pretend I'm in the summer all of a sudden. You know what? This lighting's gonna look horrible, but I'm gonna turn this light above me on right here just so it looks like I'm in the summer, not so much in the winter, because I use natural light through this window right here. And I'm sure it looks like it's kind of cold outside. It's very cool on the camera, it looks. Alright y'all, it's summertime. I can feel it. It feels a lot warmer in here, at least in tone of the lighting. And I look yellow as can be. But you know what, I've already kind of set this up, so we're just gonna go for it. But yeah, in the summertime, like, I can see this just doing great at the beach. This honestly, if you took this to the beach, I would say something like Tommy Bahama, St. Bart's, or even Nautica Voyage for the casual smell. The one where you're like, hey, I'm going to the beach, but I'm not gonna get into the water, so I just wanna smell good, boom, boom. Or hey, I'm just gonna run down to the lobby and grab a few things and maybe run an errand. Hey, we're out of soda. Let me go grab something at the store. Boom, boom. But if you're going out to like a tropical bar, or you're on a bachelor party and you're at the beach and you want to go to the bar and you're like, hey, I'm the single one out of all of us. Or if you're the best man who's single, go for it. This is a more mature tropical type scent. Again, it's Citron. So Citron definitely has that citrusy summer vibe, and it's ice, which gives it this really cool down that just makes it really sophisticated, and the Driftwood makes it masculine with its woody notes. Get the gist. It's a very chilly, warm, woody citrus. It's the best way now to put it. If you've smelled Azzaro Chrome Pure, get this as a cheap alternative for that beach trip unless you got the money to spare, then get the original. But this is going to be good for that kind of thing. Get something cheaper for the everyday, but if you want something more sophisticated but you don't want to whip out the big guns for that vacation, get this instead for $20. Like, I mean, it does smell very good. I'm excited to use more of it. But as I've kind of said here, as I've said, I got this in the middle of November when it's nice and cold, dark and dreary and cool, and every fragrance, aside from really spicy ones, sit really close to you. So I'm going to say in the summertime, this might be the best one to grab for bang for your buck cheapy. Potentially right next to, say that again, Tommy Bahama, St. Bart's, Nautica Voyage type fragrances. So yeah, to me, again, I might have to return to this to give this a full-fledged review in terms of how it performs in the summer. Because with every other, Cremo fragrance lasting so long, and even, the vanilla bourbon one I just reviewed last week, lasting 5 hours, it's still pretty solid for a $20 fragrance that doesn't smell bad whatsoever. I can respray that and be just fine and not feel like I'm wasting money. So with that being said, I would be shocked to think that this is a 2 to 3 hour fragrance and that it sits close to the skin, then it's no longer there. I don't feel like it's fair for me to judge it right now. So I'm not going to label this on the channel as, it's Cremo's Ice Citron and Driftwood Part 1 review. I may return to this. I may not. It might just end up in another list and I say, hell, it works so much better. But until then, understand that this is something to probably grab, but strictly in the summer. Especially if you like Azzaro Chrome Pure, but are looking for a more inexpensive alternative. And that's my review. If you like this review, please like and subscribe down below. And if you liked this, please check out some of my other videos. Do it now, do it later, you do you. And I'll see you next time.